Now, you're all in for a very special treat right now because my next guest is not only a great guest, but a performer. So I want y'all to put y'all hands together and help welcome world-renowned belly dancer. Y'all give it up for Jennifer. Oh, man. Oh, Jennifer. Jennifer, good job. That was amazing. Now, people, don't go anywhere because when we get back, we're going to be interviewing Jennifer right here on the Lowdown. Woohoo. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lowdown. It's still me, James Yon. Now, if you're just tuning in, you missed out on a great performance by world-renowned belly dancer Jennifer. But now we sit down with her to ask her some questions. Like when you perform, how many divorces do you start?
Oh, my goodness.
Asking for a friend. Okay.
Not this friend.
Not this friend. I'm joking. You are very talented. First off, kudos to you. You did a great job. Amazing job. First thing I'm going to ask you is, how did you ever get into belly dance?
Oh, my goodness. So it started about 13 years ago.
Okay.
I had moved to Orlando.
You were 14.
I wish.
Gotcha.
I moved to Orlando, and I had always been part of competitive sports and things like that growing up. And so when I moved, I didn't have any of that. So I said, okay, I need to do something. I can't just sit at home.
No.
So
you'll end up looking like me.
No.
Go ahead.
So I went, I thought, well, maybe salsa classes. That
Yeah.
was kind of fun, and, kind of enjoyable, lots of energy. I went, and I was very bored, and I said,
Gotcha.
maybe it's not for me. So as I was coming out of the classroom, there was a poster for Bellydance.
Ah.
And I said, well, I've never done that. Let's give it a try.
Gotcha.
And then I went, and I had so much fun. It was so hard. I said, okay, this is going to be
It doesn't
a
look
good
easy
challenge.
at all. I mean, I'm a pretty good dancer, and I can tell you what you were doing is amazing. Like, it takes a lot of body control.
Yeah, a lot of
to
muscle
do, and you have to work out quite a bit to do that stuff, don't you?
It helps.
Okay,
It helps, for
gotcha.
sure. More stamina.
Because I tried being a belly dancer, but I guess that part I didn't do right because I had to drop out. I had to drop out. Mike, you didn't support me during my career.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no,
But
you're not.
It is actually very common that if you have a fuller figure, it's very beautiful there. It's you want to have something that does shimmy and shake. It's actually very lovely.
That's what I told Mike.
Yeah, that's what you told me. Exactly. No,
Now-
go ahead, brother.
No, I was going to just say, okay, so you started to learn and you got very good at it, apparently.
Thank
And
you.
so how did you begin your career? What made you say, you know what, I can do this for a living? What happened?
Yeah, so basically I got to a point where you're taking a lot of classes,
Absolutely.
multiple times a week, and you're traveling, and you're taking workshops and all of these things, and people started to say, hey, you should teach, or hey, do you perform for weddings, or can you do something? And,
Gotcha.
so you started hearing that, and you start hearing, and you say, well, maybe I can. So I started talking to my teacher. She mentored me. She says, you are ready to start getting out there.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, give it a try. I started in restaurants.
Got you. Now,
dancing.
tell me a little bit about that because
Oh,
I
okay.
came from hospitality management,
Okay.
and I know how that can be. So when you first started dancing, I mean, everybody's there. It's kids, it's
Yeah.
men, women. So how was it received?
Oh, really great.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, I was
Gotcha.
very young. I had a lot to learn about performanship. I was a baby starting off professional. And so I loved it. I've always loved families, and I
Okay.
really also love performing for senior citizens. So a lot of my early restaurants
Really?
that still almost to this day I have.
Okay.
Yeah. Have
Is there a
been through
reason
that.
you like the senior citizens? The,
Oh.
the over 65 crowd?
They're so funny. They
Uh,
will tell you everything
That's true.
with no reservation.
They don't hold back.
And they can barely move sometimes their hips, and they just love it, and they'll try to get up with all their heart to try and dance, and I
Gotcha.
love it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what a new hip's for. That's what you just now for me, I'm a comedian. I love to make people laugh. Love to make people happy. What makes you dance? Why do you do it?
Actually, it's because it makes like happiness, joy come out. I love to like see people just light up and kids light up, and there's something about that you can't explain it. You can only feel it.
That's
and
right.
To be able to control the energy in a room in that way is really amazing.
It's an exhilarating, powerful feeling
Yes.
to have everybody enjoy what you're doing. I think
Yeah.
that's the high that we get as comedians too. I
Okay.
always say this: only a few professions that make people happy for a living. Like it's comedians and hookers. That's it. that's those two professions. Oh, I'm lying now, Mike.
How you ask me, bro? Like, I know. I date regular. America, I date regular.
Don't listen to me. Now, how did you maintain this career during COVID though? Because a lot of what we do is perform for people, and for a while it was very, can't be next to people, wear masks. So how do you dance with a mask? Like, how do you do it?
Well, when it first started, everything stopped.
Yes,
For
absolutely.
about 3 months, the fear was out, and it was
I was
crazy.
pretty scared myself. Yeah.
So 3 months, it just stopped. We were all figuring it out. What
Mm-hmm.
is this? What do we think? Okay. And so during that time, I said, okay, well, if we're not able to dance here, where everything is closed, et cetera, let me do an online event.
Okay.
Let me try to get the community, ask my dance friends from around the state, hey, do you want to maybe do a virtual show?
That
Let's
makes a
try
lot
it
of
out.
sense. Yeah.
At the time, Lebanon had been bombed. So we also did a fundraiser to help support the families that had
God
lost
bless.
and the business owners that lost everything. So that was a really cool time to kind of start testing out the virtual waters of performanship, which
Okay.
was a challenge and fun at the same time. And then once things started to almost normalize with COVID being around,
Yeah.
like we knew this was going to be for the long haul. A lot of my network of over 13 years of clients, I have a newsletter or they're seeing me online on Facebook,
Nice.
and they said, hey, we're going to postpone our event, but would you be available in 6 months from now or
Gotcha.
a year from now or
Gotcha.
whatever it may be? For clients that did have, and they still wanted those weddings, they did not care if COVID was going on. They would take the measures, but they were still going to have their wedding or birthday. It was with a mask or a big space for me outside.
Gotcha.
Even if it was a driveway, a beautiful driveway that they would decorate.
Gotcha.
We made it happen.
So you were able to still perform during COVID, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that they were like, look, we're getting married, and we still want a dancer.
Yeah.
The vows say, death do us part. You can die tomorrow, but today we're getting married.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
beautiful, though. So you talked about it a little bit. Now, how was it traveling to the various MENAT, I want to say this right, MENAT countries? How was that, though, for you?
That has been the best, I think, learning experience.
Okay.
Is because as a dancer here in the United States, you're not there. You're not over there. You
Yes.
don't just have a crowd of, people from the Middle East or Greece or wherever next to you
don't.
24 hours a day, right? So every time I travel, I will travel to each country and I will stay for about at least 2 weeks, which is the least, or about a month and a half. And I'll go and I'll immerse myself, see the customs there, learn more, the culture, the language a bit more.
Gotcha.
And I bring that back into the shows because they're the ones that are teaching us.
Absolutely.
And it's our responsibility to take that and do the best we can for the audience we have here.
That's awesome. Now, how do you get to give back to the community? Because I know you do that.
Yeah, so there's lots of different things, but I'm a bit of a maniac when it comes to projects.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah. Currently, I would say one of my biggest passion projects is my Facebook group. It's about the Orlando dance community rates.
Okay.
Pretty much all of Central Florida is involved in that.
Nice.
So helping the dancers to really know their worth, how to continue their business during COVID, and educating the clients and the customers about, okay, this is why we charge what we charge, this is what we're worth, and this is the beauty of the culture that you're able to.
And that is the hardest part, getting paid as an entertainer, explaining why we get the amounts that we do. Because they think we just made it up out of thin air.
Yeah.
No, I work for this.
Yeah.
Yes, gotcha. Now, I want everybody at home to know how amazing you are, and I want them to be able to get in touch with you if they want to hire you, of course. So will you please drop your social media for us?
Sure.
Gotcha.
It's, so my social media is going to be various ones. My favorites are Facebook.
Okay.
That's going to be Bellydance by Jennifer, Inc., INC, Incorporated. And then my Instagram is Bellydance by Jennifer. Again, nice and easy.
Gotcha.
Same thing with Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And my YouTube as well, Bellydance by Jennifer, Inc. Just
Nice.
nice and consistent.
Now, if you want to look me up for my belly dance, it's called Got a Lot of Belly. Slimfast.com. No, thank you so much on behalf of Tight Mike and Jennifer. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on The Lowdown. We will see you guys tomorrow. God bless.